the help she needed. Here's a bit of news concerning the vaults of the Commonwealth. Some of you out there may be familiar with Vault 81. Nice place. They keep to themselves, not very social. Apparently they've suffered from some sort of disease outbreak in there. I guess maybe it's a good thing they don't open the door much.
Sweet. See,
It
now
was evidently pretty serious. And of course, all people empathize with what they're going through. I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control.
That's it.
So if you happen to bump into someone from Vault 81, don't worry. They're probably not contagious. Just try to not tap your foot along to this one. I dare you. It's Uranium Rock by Warren Smith.
Yes.
Clive? Christ! Yes! Again! Do it again!
Dying time is here.
Come on, girl!
Damn it!
Okay.
Gotcha, you bastards! Come on, you stupid bastards! Come on! It's a joke. It's Gonna use you to scrape the mud off my boots.
That it?
you'll regret this. Nice try. You should have given up.
Getting tired yet? Nice.
Waste of ammo.
That was the Inks box with "It's all over but the crime." Minutemen are making waves in the Commonwealth. That's good news for all of us. The latest word is that they've retaken the castle, an old holdout there from back in the day. From everything I've heard, it was no small feat to get that back under their control.
Whoa. You hear that?
There's some real monsters out there in the Commonwealth, folks. Now that they've set up shop, I'm told the Minutemen will be in a better position to help whoever in the Commonwealth might need them. That's good to hear, don't you think? Here's one from Cole Porter that I don't think Diamond City Security would totally agree with.
Oh no, you
It's anything goes.
Let's do it!
Threat eliminated.
Bring it! You can!
Hey, this better be worth it. Hey, sure. Be glad to take. I mean, hold some stuff for you.
Man, come back! I was having fun! Ah!
That's it.
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can I've lost you.
Good. I'd like to avoid...
I dunno. I was kinda...
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might... That's all, ma'am. Ready when you are.
Well, that was a fun little workout. Can we do it again?
Ammo levels are good. Following your lead.
Excuse me.
Standing by for orders. What is it? I'm listening. Ma'am?
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear,
Very
I'm gonna
impressive.
guess you two are agents
Just
of the
like
Institute.
me. So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me, is the Institute so desperate for resources?
Gabriel, you aren't who you think you are. You're a synth, and we're here to take you home.
A sin? What the hell are you talking about?
I remember my whole life.
I know where I grew up, and explain that.
Sure. I'll make this easy for you.
Okay. Okay.
Don't listen to these guys. Just shut the hell up. You got me? Don't say another word.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I have my orders. B592.
Well, that was a fun little
Initialize factory
workout.
reset.
Can we do it again?
Authorization Gamma 7-1 Epsilon.
Boss? Are you okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him. Take them out.
Better make your peace.
We've gotta do this more often.
And that was Roy Brown.
Nice work, ma'am. I'll take the synth back. This is X688.
Hey, Dad.
Some more news about the
Ready to
Brotherhood
reload
of
with
Steel, folks. And it's big. Literally. Word's already spreading about the massive construction project apparently
Synth
underway
B592.
airport. By all appearances, they are constructing a giant robot. You heard me, folks. A giant robot. It's unknown at this time what they're planning to do with it exactly, but it certainly doesn't sound like it's built to serve noodles. Okay. I suppose all we can do now is assume the best, but prepare for the worst. And while we're doing that, we can all enjoy some quality music courtesy of Diamond City Radio. Here's Atom Bomb Baby by the 5 Stars.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their...
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done. And you've returned ours. I couldn't have hoped for a better. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. I never understand.
Your quarters are just inside, ma'am. When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
That rogue synth that would fail you? Real means.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done. All that he has built.
Son?
Ah. Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out. See if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
What happened? What if they...
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Hey,
You'll have a contact waiting for you, Joe.
Humans all look funny. Someday, super mutants kill everything. World is bigger than Strong knew.
Humanity has fallen so since the bombs.
No green stuff here.
They'll get something good, I hope.
Two ends.
So many humans, not many super mutants. So many humans, not many super mutants.
The influx of data is hard to process.
Hope you enjoyed that last number.
Apologies if sometimes I make little sense.
Humans all
I will
look
work on
funny.
this.
Strong getting hungry. Want
Good
someone to
news
eat.
is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks.
Someday,
So I'm happy to be
super
able to
mutants
deliver a
kill
little bit to you.
everything.
If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones
Tinker,
about the whereabouts
tinker.
of Diamond City's
Strong
most effective
boy.
detective, you can rest easy.
So much walking.
Nick Valentine is back in
Want to
town
do
and
more
seemingly
fighting.
none the worse for wear. While details about what happened to him are scarce, I for one am just glad he's back.
Rid of him.
And in one
We
piece.
must find the man of science.
And if there's
and
any more good
institutes of
news to
learning.
share, you'll hear it first
Surely
here
they
on Diamond
are
City
out there
Radio.
Strong hope we find
Let's
milk
face
of
it, gentlemen.
humankindness.
If you were this guy, you'd be singing about it too. Here's 60-Minute Man.
World is bigger than strong.
Based off what Deacon said, I expect great things from you.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital, but the sacrifice is just too great.
Stockton and the synths are depending on us.
Well said. We've never known when and where the Institute would We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
With me working the inside angle, this is doable.
We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a Courser escort. You'll have to take him down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk, but it's one.
Hey.
Can a woman have some peace?
Haircuts, right here.
Kathy.
Johnny can make you look a little less ridiculous.
Hey there. I got an empty chair here just waiting for some beautiful customer to get a haircut.
Gonna pass.
Some other time?
Keep walking. Fresh meat. I ain't selling nothing else, so
I've got a few minutes to browse.
just...
Let's get you examined right away. Time is not on the side of the surgeon.
Yeah. See what's wrong with...
Tell me your symptoms.
That was it.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
Don't walk outside the wall.
Don't be shy. You're never too old.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Genuine articles.
You know, a shotgun's great insurance against
I'll take a look, sure.
everything.
Synth-free shopping. Remember, I don't serve synths. So
Let's see what you have.
a bit of everything.
Uh-huh. Cleo.
I've got a weapon here for every situation.
Let's see what you got.
Let's get...
Uh-huh.
Hey, what is it? Have any goodies for me? I'm all for taking all we can.
Hey, Cleo.
But you're
Every
looking a little
weapon
way
you
down
see
there.
here could be the difference.
Let's see what you got.
Purchase a variety in case of boredom.
Tomorrow, courtesy of Frankie Carl. The smooth sounds of Diamond City Radio are brought to you by the following. Commonwealth
Hey,
weaponry.
Daisy.
Means a lot to me that you made the library.
I'll take a look. Sure.
It's a little bit of everything.
Wynoni Harris's grandma may have had a gambling problem, but we all win because of it. Here he is.
Oh, you're back. Can't get enough.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Everything's guaranteed to last. Until it doesn't.
Oh, Bunker Hill. I heard you can get anything from these fellas. Time to start looking for some goodies. They built this place up to protect something. We need to find out what it is.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside, 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved, and the situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting.
Hey, X4.
Find and secure the synths.
is someone present.
Attacking enemy.
Suspect, you must die. Little baby scared.
Dying time is here.
Life signs detected.
Operating at full capacity.
Hope you enjoyed that last number. Just when you thought you'd heard everything, folks. There are tales being told about a very strange-looking machine being built out there in the Commonwealth. Your friend Travis here has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you,
Sean?
imaginations
You know,
are running wild.
In all my years, I've never
Wackiest
set
version
foot
I've heard so
outside
far
the
is that this
Institute. Not once.
thing
Since
is
the
supposed
day
to
they
somehow
brought me here.
Contact the Institute.
I've never had a reason. But
Now, I
now,
don't think I believe that.
this
but
just confirms the
if
truth
it's
I've
true,
always known.
And whoever's building it can
The
hear
Commonwealth
me,
is
put down
dead.
the wrench, friend.
There's no
It'll
future
only end
here.
badly.
The only hope for
Anyone
humanity
else out there
lies
knows what
below.
that thing does, you come see your old friend Travis
It's
Lonely
not
Miles.
so bad.
Perhaps.
I'll keep you up to date.
But standing here, I know
think
that
we
to
can
you
all
I
agree
was
that it
kidnapped from
doesn't
that
get
vault.
any better than life in Diamond
In
City.
truth,
So this
both
one's
of us,
dedicated
really.
to us.
They kept me alive, too?
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations to not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find...
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Soon, I hope you'll understand. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
Right? We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was... I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Someone there?
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not,
I'd like to...
since we don't...
Being cautious. Not a bad call.
You do what you gotta do. You want to take the test?
Sure.
Good. Take it. So let's begin. There ain't no wrong. What's your response?
I'd say up yours too, buddy.
You'd say that. Next question. While working as an intern in the infection...
Medicate the infected area.
You have a medical background. You discover a young... What do?
I give the boy a hug and...
Very curious. Congrats.
Pitcher.
Are you certain about that? You grab...
I'd give her whatever she wants to spare... right?
Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his...
I'd grab a bobby pin and pick the lock.
And that is all you do? Nothing. Oh, no.
I'd say a prayer and hope God would save.
A neighbor is in possession of a
I'd trade him for one of the comic books.
You decide it would be...
I'd loosen bolts on his water pipe.
This place kinda reminds me of home. It's just missing the abusive parents and the years of psychological torment. Unless the next bloke we run into is armed with a can opener, I'd say we're good to go.